Assalamu alaikum. This is Andeep Ashraf presenting the second part of previously discussed topic, that is plant tissue for class 9. I have already told you that plant tissues are of two types. One is meristematic tissue, other is permanent tissue. And we have been discussed about the meristematic tissue as meristematic tissue are those types of tissues which shows the continuous cell division. Today in this video, we will try to understand what the second type of tissue, that are permanent tissues, are. Permanent tissues are defined as the collection or cluster of dead or living cells which are basically originated from meristems but which have lost their ability to divide and have permanently placed at fixed positions in the plant body. We know the meristems are continuously dividing tissues, but many meristems lose their power of division, and such cells which lost their power of division fall in another category of tissues, that are permanent tissues. You can note down the definition as collection of living or dead cells. This is the important thing, means the cells may be living or may be dead also. The collection of living or dead cells formed by meristematic tissues means there the origination is meristems and lost their ability to divide and have permanently placed at fixed positions in the plant body. They are permanently placed, that's why they are called permanent tissues. Permanent tissue, which are non-dividing tissue, are mainly divided into two types. One is simple permanent tissue and other is complex permanent tissue. Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma are the examples of simple permanent tissue, while as xylem and phloem are the examples of complex permanent tissue. In this video, we will discuss about the simple permanent tissue. The first type of permanent tissue is simple permanent tissue, which is defined as the tissue which is composed of similar types of cells. The most important point, that is, these tissues are made up of same kind of cells but perform the similar function. So we can say the simple permanent tissue are those non-dividing tissues which are made of same kind of cells and perform the same function. As I have shown you through flowchart that simple permanent tissues are of three types. One is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. First, we will discuss about the parenchyma. Parenchyma is the most simple and abundant tissue in plant body. So they are widely distributed in the plant body. Another feature is they have thin cell wall present. They have intercellular space. They forms the packing tissues. Packing tissues means they are found within other tissues in the plant body. Cell wall is made of cellulose or calcium pectate. Calcium pectate, they are like a pectic substance which acts like a glue which hold the cells together. The cytoplasm is vacuolated cytoplasm. These general characters will become more clear to you through these diagrams. You can see these diagrams. These are the parenchyma tissues. In transverse section, we will observe the tissue having cells of spherical shape or cuboidal shape, and in longitudinal section, in these tissues the cells will be having cylindrical shape. This is the transverse section, this is the longitudinal section. While observing the cells of parenchyma tissue, you can see these are the cells, these are the parenchymatous cells. You can observe here there's a cell wall present. This is the cell wall present, which is thin in structure, which is primary cell wall made of cellulose. And you can observe this white portion, this is the vacuole of the cell. So means they have abundant vacuole, centrally located vacuole present. Here this dot-like structure, this is the nucleus of the cell, means the centrally located is vacuole but the nucleus is present at the peripheral side. Another thing, cells are loosely packed. You can see the space between the cells. This is called intercellular space. So in these tissues there are intercellular space, means cells are very loosely packed. These are living cells showing all the cellular activities. Now the distribution of parenchyma tissue. As I told you that parenchyma tissue are widely distributed in plants in many parts, like roots, like stem, like leaves, flower, fruits. They are mostly present in the soft parts of a plant and form the ground tissue. Means the ground substance of a plant are made up of parenchyma tissue. They occur in epidermis, means the outer layer of the plant, skin of a plant. They occur in pulp of fruit, the juicy part of the fruit, and the endosperm of the seed. Endosperm, the inner layer of the seed which covers the embryo and nourishes the embryo. That also constitutes the parenchyma tissue. Now the next is functions of parenchyma tissue. We know that plants manufacture their own food and some amount of food gets stored in their body. Parenchyma are the tissue which shows the function of storage of organic substance like proteins, like carbohydrates, and such parenchyma tissues which shows the function of storage of food material are called storage parenchyma. Another function is in aquatic plants, parenchyma tissues provide buoyancy, means they provide them the air channels which help them to float on a water, and such parenchyma tissue are called aerenchyma tissue. Another function is like mesophyll of leaves. Some parenchyma tissue contains chloroplast and perform photosynthesis, and such parenchyma which perform the function of photosynthesis called chlorenchyma. And the another function, like some of the parenchyma tissue stores the waste products, like you maybe know that plants also secrete toxic substance, their waste products such as tannin, gum, latex. There are many more excretory products of plants. Some of the parenchyma tissue helps in secretion